X today, FAW spaceport. And here we go. Proud to see the Ballast Nadam constructing an immersed tunnel in Iraq connecting Al Fal Port to Basra, designed to establish one of the largest port, should be ports plural, I would think, or the largest port, one of the largest ports in the Middle East, they write. And they even include a very helpful map, Dr. Woods, to help us see Iran, Iraq, Kuwait. We see it there. And this is a new port phase number 1, number 2, and then the immersed port that was being talked about is on that map. We see Baghdad in the middle of the map, listening friends. Baghdad almost in the middle of the country there. And where is Iraq? Where is Babylon? Babylon's about 58 miles south of Baghdad. So as you go on down, you'll find it. Correct, Dr. Woods?
Yeah, all correct. It's the area where the Tower of Babel stood. Genesis 11, verse 2 calls it Shinar. That area there between the Euphrates and the Tigris, the Greeks called it Mesopotamia. And it's also Daniel 1, verse 2, the place where the children of Israel were taken into the 70-year captivity, the tribe of Judah specifically. And it's also the place where the future Antichrist's empire will be, not just Revelation 17 and 18, but Zechariah 5 and verse 11, the woman in the basket that's let loose, and she builds a temple. The Hebrew there is bayet, temple for the Antichrist in the end times. And we think that's the same woman spoken of in Revelation 17. So it's not just a verse or two in the New Testament that prophesies this. It's a theme that runs through the whole Bible. And when you factor in Isaiah 13 and 14 and Jeremiah 50 and 51, you'll see that Babylon's destruction, as predicted in those passages, was never destroyed historically the way those passages predict. When Babylon fell to the Persians in 539 BC in the famous handwriting on the wall chapter, Daniel chapter 5, when you look at Herodotus and you look at the Cyrus cylinder, you'll see there was no battle. There was no conflict. They fell without firing a shot, so to speak. And that's not what Isaiah 13 and 14 and Jeremiah 15 and 51 are talking about. That's talking about the cataclysmic, instantaneous overthrow of Babylon, and those prophecies won't be fulfilled until the seventh bowl judgment that you see at the end of Revelation 16, around verse 19. So my point is, this issue of Babylon is not just an isolated verse or two in the book of Revelation. The book of Revelation is just summing up the matter. This is a massive theme that starts from Genesis and sort of drives like a freight train right through the scripture into the book of Revelation. And so in order for these things to happen, Babylon has to be brought back to life and enjoy worldwide global dominance. And we're seeing the stage set for that as we speak.
Here is an article, Arab Center, Washington, D.C. The Arab Center, Washington, D.C., March 5th, 2025. Geopolitical dynamics surrounding Iraq's ambitious development road project. Okay, let me just read a few of the bullet points. They say it's making Iraq an important hub and corridor for global trade. The Development Road Project can help the country diversify its economy beyond oil. They're saying here, by making Iraq an important hub and corridor for global trade, the Development Road Project can help the country diversify its economy beyond oil, create new jobs, stimulate growth in the green energy sector, and according to estimates of Iraqi officials, boost the state's revenues by approximately $4 billion each year. And of course, they have their concerns about corruption and whatnot, but they're pretty excited about it. The Gulf Arab states, the article talks about that. They say, considering the large sums of money required for this project, the United Arab Emirates, and Qatar are anticipated to make mostly public investments. Qatar, I should say. You got Egypt involved. You got Iran involved. The United States and China. Like other Arab states, Iraq seeks to maintain a balanced geopolitical position the United States with the United States and China. In this era of great power competition, Iraq policymakers must continue to strike delicate balances to secure fruitful relationships with both Washington and Beijing. But yeah, I mean, there's so many articles on this, Dr. Woods, when you start looking.
Yeah, and beyond that, oil was discovered there in Kirkuk, I think it is. And I've looked at charts. If the Antichrist were to set up shop in Babylon and annex some of the neighbors of Iraq, within a heart's beat, he would control 60% of the world's oil supply. Now, that's information above and beyond that we've already known about, but above and beyond this port, you're describing. So the Lord is giving us, multiple angles to think about as we, contemplate what he says in his word, which is a revived Babylon in the last days.